The Chicago Bears are sitting on a defensive goldmine, but there is one massive, gaping hole on this roster that could derail the entire season if it isn't fixed immediately. What if the final piece to a dominant championship defense is trapped on a rebuilding rival's roster, practically begging for a way out right now? With mandatory camps rapidly approaching, a stunning new trade projection just revealed that landing an elite, double-digit sack master might cost next to nothing. Before we break down this insane trade scenario and what it means for the upcoming season, do me a huge favor. If you want the most passionate, unfiltered, and daily breaking news coverage of your favorite team, hit that like button, share this video with your fellow fans, and subscribe to the channel right now so you never miss an episode. Let's dive straight into the rumor mill because things are getting wild. If you have been keeping an eye on the defensive line market, you know the front office has been hunting for pass rushing help all offseason. We all know the defense took a massive leap forward last year, but let's be real for a second. How sustainable is a championship run when the entire unit only combined for 35 sacks? It is an area of desperate need, and while the front office has kicked the tires on a few massive names, a highly productive edge rusher might have just become the ultimate budget-friendly target. The name on everyone's radar right now is star edge rusher Josh Sweat. The buzz out of Arizona is turning into a full-blown roar. Reports indicate that Sweat is deeply unhappy with his current situation, and the red flags are officially waving. He completely skipped voluntary organized team activities recently, and multiple insiders have confirmed his absence isn't due to an injury. It is purely about his standing with the team. Think about it from his perspective. He is 29 years old, a proven Super Bowl champion from his days with the Philadelphia Eagles, and he is coming off a massive career-high 12-sack season. Why on earth would a player in his absolute prime want to waste away on a rebuilding squad that only won 3 games last year? Especially when the head coach he originally signed up to play for got fired after just 1 season, replaced by Jonathan Gannon. The writing is on the wall, and a split feels inevitable. This brings us to the ultimate question: what would it actually take to bring this dynamic pass rusher into the mix? Bleacher Report just dropped a trade value assessment that should have every fan screaming at their screen. Because of his age and the fact that he only has 1 year of guaranteed money left on his current 4-year, $76 million contract, his market value is incredibly unique. Analysts pointed out that when the Miami Dolphins traded a younger Jalen Phillips at the deadline last year, it only cost a 3rd-round pick. But remember, Phillips was a pure rental with a shaky injury history. Meanwhile, Sweat has been an absolute Iron Man, missing a mere 5 games over the last 6 seasons. He is durable, consistent, and highly productive. According to the latest projections, a deal could be struck for a conditional 2027 4th-round draft pick that converts into a 3rd-rounder if he hits specific performance milestones, like reaching 9 sacks or playing 15 games. If you are running the front office, you make that phone call before the rival executives even wake up. Trading a future mid-round asset for a guy who instantly becomes your most explosive weapon off the edge is a no-brainer. Would you pull the trigger on a conditional mid-round pick to secure an elite edge rusher, or do you think the front office should keep their draft capital and look elsewhere? Comment your thoughts below right now because this is the ultimate debate of the offseason. Let's look at how he fits into the scheme because the numbers are fascinating. Sweat is a pure, unadulterated specialist. He isn't a guy who is going to grind it out on every single rundown. In fact, he played fewer than 200 snaps against the run last year. But when it comes to hunting quarterbacks, he is lethal. Alongside his 12 sacks, he posted a pass rush win rate well over 12%, which is elite by NFL standards. He has consistently logged 8 or more sacks across multiple seasons. Imagine pairing him up on the edge with a motivated defense, allowing young talents like Austin Booker to develop without carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders. There is even a wild scenario where the front office could pull off a player-for-player swap, sending an expensive underperforming contract in exchange for Sweat to balance out the money. The financial side of this deal makes it even more of a slam dunk. If a trade is executed, his base cap hit for his new team would only be $12.6 million. In the modern NFL, that is pocket change for a premier pass rusher. Fitting that into the current salary cap table would be incredibly simple, requiring maybe one or two minor contract restructures or a single roster cut. Compare that to the alternative rumors that have floated around all summer, like trading multiple first-round draft picks for a superstar like Maxx Crosby, who carries a massive $30 million cap hit and a complex injury history. While everyone would love a superstar, giving up 2 future first-rounders and crippling the financial flexibility of this franchise is just too steep of a price to pay. Sweat represents the perfect, aggressive balance of high-end production and budget-friendly stability. It is completely fair to argue that the defensive line couldn't be totally overhauled in a single offseason. The front office was handed a tough hand with heavy, virtually immovable veteran contracts anchoring the budget. But a complete overhaul isn't what this team needs to win right now. They just need one more consistent threat to unlock the full potential of the scheme. The front office proved they aren't afraid to check in on superstar talent, but passing on a proven vector of production like Sweat when the price tag is this low would be a massive missed opportunity. As we cross the critical date where contracts become much easier to move and trade penalties decrease for opposing teams, the window of opportunity is officially open. The rival front office is dealing with enough off-field drama and roster distractions as they try to rebuild from scratch, and clearing out an unhappy veteran is likely at the top of their priority list. The stage is set for a franchise-altering move. If the front office can turn a future conditional 4th-round pick into a double-digit sack master who perfectly fits the cap space, it elevates this entire organization from a fun playoff hopeful into a legitimate, terrifying championship contender. Turn on your notifications and stay locked in, because this roster story is far from over.